Welcome to the demo of prithvipraruk.net, an eToD portal created by globalcoordinates.net. We aim to provide most detailed eToD data for aerodromes for use in aviation and other industry. You can find more details about that in our About section by clicking on the About Portal button, and here you will find all the details relevant to that. If you go back, here you will find that you can explore eToD databases. You can also download some reports that have been created by our team. Going back to the Explore eToD database section, for each of the aerodrome, you can click on the I button to get more information on the kind of imagery and other details that you can find for that aerodrome. So let's try and view the IGI aerodrome. Once we click view, as you see, the website is asking us to sign in. So let's try and sign in to the website. If you have not created a account yet, please use sign up to create an account. More about that in the end of the video. For now, let's just sign in. Now that we have logged in, let's go ahead and explore Santa Cruz aerodrome data from the Explore eToD database section. Once we land on this page, you will be displayed a dialog box which explains some of the features of our portal. So let me close this and go ahead with them in details with you. Starting from the left hand side, the first thing you will notice is aerodrome selection drop down menu, where you can select which aerodrome data you want to explore. Next, moving on, you will see overlay layers section, where you will see a group of various different overlay layers. Each section you can click on it and explore and select a specific layer to be displayed on the map that is displaying right here. Moving on, you will see that there is a search option, this magnifying glass, which basically is a search by latitude and longitude option. On the right hand side top, you will see that there is option to select different base layer. There are 3 different options here: a no base layer option, able to select a street base layer, and the ability to select the satellite imagery that is collected by global coordinates. The next thing you will notice on this top right hand is the metadata, which explains the metadata related to the aerodrome data that have been so here's the information related to the aerodrome data. And apart from that, these are map controls which will have you zoom in and zoom out. And this right here on the bottom right corner is basically to enter the full screen mode, which I'll not display here, but you can just use it to enter the full screen mode. So going back, let's now start exploring the data and looking at what kind of data is available for us. So as you can see, you can drill down, zoom in to the satellite image and see with quite a lot of details about the area surrounding it. We can switch over to the base layer, where let me show you some of the functionalities. For example, let's search by latitude and longitude. So we click on search, we go ahead, and then we select a specific latitude longitude to search. So I am going for a random latitude longitude. You can do it with any latitude longitude that you want to explore in this area. As you can see, it will show you a marker here on the specific area that you have highlighted, and you can zoom to it and the ways of thing. You can close the search box by closing this, dismissing this close button. Going back, let's try and explore different aerodrome layers that we have, the overlay layers. Starting from aerodrome data, we basically it gives you a list of various different layers that are available. For example, if we click runway, this should display us runway, but as you can see currently you can't really see anything. So one great thing about our portal is that every time you select any layer, you can zoom to it, so that it basically centers it to that specific section or where that data is. So we do zoom to layer, and this will basically show you the selected layer and it will center the map on it. Now you can see it basically highlights the runways. We can, for our layers, we can increase or decrease the layer opacity. Similarly, we can select strips. So this, we can select multiple options from here. We can select a strip. This will highlight the strip. Again, we can zoom to layer, and we can do transitional surface. So since you can see it's now, it seems like it's going out of the screen. Again, we can do zoom to layer, and it will zoom it and it will show us the layers that we have selected. Moving on, let's explore another layer. We can select a terrain data set. So for example, here we have contours. We select contour. This will show us contours over the current base layer. Now if you want to get a detail of any specific feature from any layer, what you can do is you can click on that specific point you want to get details about. For example, if I click right here, it will try and fetch me the information of that specific layer which is showing up there. For example, in this case, it's contour, the feature detail, what is the property that is related to that layer. In this case, elevation, and it's 37. So yeah, so and you can enable and disable any specific contour. For example, I can enable, and I can again repaint the layer as I want to. I can again zoom to layer. That will try and show me the entire layer. Then I can increase or decrease the opacity as I want of that specific feature. Now let's try and also explore some other layers. For example, if I go to AIP appeal dot dataset, and if I go to let's pick a random one, let's say obstacles approach takeoff IHS area 2B. I click that, I go down and I click building. Here I can select a building polygon. Now you can see there are some different polygons appear on the map. Similarly, I can, as I said earlier, we can increase or decrease the opacity for them. I can select a building point. Again, this will highlight those polygons, and with a specific point detail, again we can increase or decrease the opacity for them, let's say. And if we want to get more information about a specific building, we can just click on that and it will give us the feature details of that specific point for that specific building and what kind of a obstacle it is. Like in this case, in building point, there are various different feature details, what kind of an obstacle it is, latitude and longitude of that specific obstacle, and the elevation of the specific obstacle, and so on and so forth. Now there is one more interesting feature here is that if you go and select the no base layer option, what you can do is you can also explore these layers without without being confused with the street map, and then select details of that feature. For example, in this case, there is a building polygon which has top elevation of 23.16. So yes, so this is another interesting feature of this of the eToD portal that we have created, that you can explore each layer on its own, as well as you can paint those layers on top of different kinds of maps. For example, in this case, a street map, and also on a satellite image as well. Like for example, here we can paint this on a building points on top of our satellite image, and then drill down and explore that. If we go in further, we will be able to look at which specific building it is talking about. We can select the polygons so that it highlights those polygons, those buildings, and then again you can see that how useful it can be. I hope this was useful, and you will be able to browse through various different layers that we have available on our eToD portal, and I think this will be useful for setting up processes or any other usage that you have in your aviation / any other businesses needs. One more thing that you can do is, if you go to download sections, you can basically look at various different reports that have been published by our team. So you'll be able to see the report here. Similarly, you can download other reports that have been released by our team. If you have not logged in, I can quickly show you how to do that. If you have not created an account on our portal, let me try and show you how to do that. You go to sign up. Once you go to sign up, you fill in your name. You select your country. For your phone, in my case, it will be India. I write about the area of interest that I have. I'll give in a phone number. This is a test phone number. I'll give in my company email. I choose my password. I select the terms and agreement, and then I create an account. So an email has been sent to you. If you open your account, you will see an email looking like this. Activate your account and welcome to eToD data. And then once you click that link, it will take you to the portal where your account will be activated, and then you will be able to go and log in to the eToD website. Thank you very much for going through the demo with me.